Hello, my name is Elisabeth Hofbauer-Spitzer and I'm a Senior Transportation Engineer with Transoft Solution. I would like to show you today the new features of OTISS Pro we have developed over the last year. What is OTISS Pro? OTISS Pro is an add-on for the ITE Trip Generation web application. With the release of version 5, we developed new features to help you with your traffic impact study, like building your network, distributing your traffic on the network, and finally allowing you to export your network and your turning movement volumes directly to Synchro. So really from trip generation to exporting your turning volumes, we have combined everything into one program. No more switching back and forth between Excel sheets and trying to find the calculation error in your formula. With this short introduction, let me show you the new and exciting features. We have made it easier for you to find OTISS Pro. Just click in the left corner under the add-ons to do more, and it will bring you directly to the My Project page. The first time you open the program, a pop-up will appear and list the new features. In the My Project screen, if you have already used OTISS Pro before and have saved some projects, you will notice the Copy Project function we have implemented. To start a new project, just press the plus sign, give it a project name and a scenario name, and you will see the trip generation module you are familiar with coming up. For our example, I will use 3 different land uses. The first is residential, land use code 210. And I'm using 200 dwelling units, and my time period is PM peak. My second is office, 710, and I'm using 200,000 square feet. And again, PM peak. And last but not least, I'm putting a fast food restaurant inside with drive-through window, 934. And I'm using 4,000 square feet. You can see you're getting here a warning that the time periods among the land uses do not appear to match. So I'm changing this one to PM peak period. In addition, you have different options here. You can see the program automatically recommends the best methods to calculate your trip rates. And you can see here on the right the resulting entry and exit and your total vehicle trips. Also, we are giving you now the option to calculate your trips on a person trip basis with the conversion values modifiable to really match your site and surroundings. In the multi-model adjustment, you can change the mode share to account for personal vehicles, trucks and other modes. You can also change your vehicle occupancy for inbound and outbound and everything separately for entry and exit. Down below we have the different reduction available. We have the internal vehicle trip reduction, we have the Best Buy vehicle trip reduction, we have the diverted, and we have also extra vehicle trip reduction. The first 3 reduction letting you choose between the recommended methods according to the ITE trip generation manual, or you can change the values according to your numbers. I'm using here the estimated internal capture method, and I'm just leaving everything as recommended by ITE. You can see the numbers coming up here, and all what I have to do is just click next and be done. The next thing, I'm using the Best Buy vehicle trips. You can see again recommended values from ITE. And here for diverted vehicle trips, I'm changing this to 0 to show you how easy it is to change. In the end, when you click here, you can see a summary of all the land uses we added, the chosen reduction and also the multi-model adjustments, and also the person trips by other modes if you choose to do it like that way. This summary is also downloadable as an Excel file, which you can directly import into your record. The first new module we implemented is the network configuration module. For this, just click here on the left side on your scenario name and the flyout menu will appear. And by clicking on the network configuration, an empty canvas will appear. On the right side, you can choose between two different options. Option 1 is to choose an image for background. You can use JPEG, PNG, and they should not be larger than 5 megabytes. Or option 2 is just a schematic diagram. I'm using my background image, I'm choosing my file, and I've saved one already before. You can set your scale just by measuring two different points here, like I'm showing here, and putting here your distance inside. You can also reset or change your background image. Then you can choose your north direction to align your intersection properly. Click on the circle and you can move your mouse around to set a new direction or reset it to the original location again. The next step is to build your road network and place your site. The order you want to do it is totally up to you, if you want to start with the site definition or your road network. I'm starting here with the first road, draw street, and then just click left mouse and again left mouse and right click to enter. You can change here your street name or you can change it later or you can just leave it like it is. So let's draw a couple of roads. Another one. And here. Then I'm placing the side between my two roads. Draw side. And you can here assign all your land uses to the side, or you can make a second side and assign certain land uses to certain sides. I'm using here all my sides. The next step is to draw your driveway. Just click here on the Draw Driveway icon, then at your side that it will be red, and on the road you want to connect. You can draw as many driveways as you want. Now we can set up our intersection, define our laning, and our existing traffic volumes. For this, you just click on your intersection, and on the right side, a pop-up menu here, the network configuration module will appear. Here, you can put your existing traffic volumes according to your legs inside. So let's see, for this one, we are putting something inside. Then you have the option to put your horizon years inside. I'm using here 5 horizon years. And then you have the option to choose between percentage growth or using a growth factor. I'm using here my percentage growth of 2%. And you can see automatically here your background traffic with the 5 years and the 2% of growth will be calculated automatically. Then you can put in here the number of lanes and if they are shared or not. I'm here putting 2 straight through lanes inside. In the schematics, it shows you highlighted on which leg you are. And depending also on your alignment of your north arrow before, your leg direction will be set accordingly. To get to your next approach leg, you just click on the next leg button and you can put all the values for the other legs inside. And as you can see, the horizon year will be automatically copied from the previous leg, but you can change the growth factor or the percentage growth for each leg and each movement individually. Let's put some more traffic volumes inside here. and again 2% growth, for example. And I have also 2 straight through. And again 2% growth. And here I'm saying, for example, it's a separate left turn. And again 2% growth. And then you just can click Done. When you have completed all the necessary information for your intersection, the status of your intersection will turn green, as you can see here and also here. The other method, how you want to change the intersection volumes, is just click here on Edit, and you can see the same pop-up menu popping up here. Let's put some numbers in again. And you can see the 5 years again was copied. And I have again 2 legs here. And let me just put a couple of numbers inside here. So for example, when I say here done, you can see the program gives you a warning when you have incomplete data. And it shows you here in the graphic as yellow, but also here in your status that it's not complete. So let's go back and just change and put the rest of the numbers inside. And you can see automatically again it will be green. Let's do the last intersection here. I'm putting some numbers inside. You can see how fast it is really to put all the necessary information inside. And again my 2%. And this one I'm making 2 and we are done. So I have 2 more intersections, number 4 and 5, and these are my driveway intersection, and I'm just putting some straight through numbers inside. And I forgot to put here my growth vector inside. You can see you can just switch with previous leg or next leg and just zip through. This one is green now. And the last one. And done. Also what you can do here when you go again on the edit, you have also an intersection data. Here you can give your intersection a name and you can choose between their control type for your intersection. So you can have signalized intersection, always stop control, two-way stop control, or roundabout. This is important for your import then into Synchro. So we have set up everything here. Everything is green and we are happy now with the road network, and we can go now to our next module. The next module is the driveway distribution module, where we assign the trips to the driveway. Again, click here to driveway distribution, and your driveway distribution module will come. To assign the trips to the driveway, we can do that in different ways. One is to click on the different land uses and assign them for each land use separately in percentage of trips, or directly exactly the number of trips. And again, we can choose between inbound and outbound separately. Or you can distribute them evenly for all the different driveways we have. And the program again shows you if you have not completed your input data. So for our case, I'm just distribute my traffic evenly. and everything will be green. And we are done with the driveway distribution module. The next module is the network distribution module, where we are assigning the traffic from our driveways with the help of routes to our network. So let's go again to here and let's go to network distribution. By clicking on your driveway, you can create new routes. Your chosen driveway will be highlighted, like here in magenta, and the next possible stop is flashing. You can click on the light blue flashing leg and end your route. You can give them a name. I'm calling them, this is now first one, and done. Here you can assign the trips for the special routes what you have with percentage or with accurate numbers, and also again separate for inbound and outbound. In my case, I'm starting here with 10% for my inbound and 20% for my outbound. The next possible option how you can make it is when you're clicking on your node, click the next node, and then again on the leg where you want to end your route. This one, for example, is now our route 2. And again, I'm putting here now, for example, 20 and here 10. And again, the program is warning you for all unassigned trips here. Let's make a couple more. Also, when you're not happy, for example, with where your route is going, you can just click on the previous route and the program lets you give you the option that you can change, like here. This is my number 3. And I'm assigning now here 70% and 70%. You can see already I have no unassigned trips. And here also you can see my status went from orange to green. So my second driveway, I still have to assign a couple of more trips. So again, add new route, and I will let them go here. This is number 4. And I'm just putting here 50-50 in for demonstration purpose. And I have another route which I just end here. This is route 5. And again 50-50. And done. Everything is green. The next thing what I want to show you here is your Best Buy trips. With your Best Buy trips, you can assign them proportionally, or you can assign them manually according to your liking. Here you can also see you have the available background traffic, and the program is actually warning, number 1, if you have not assigned it complete yet, and also if you don't have enough background traffic available actually to do your Best Buy trips. In our case, I'm just assigning it proportionally. Down at the bottom, you can see here an icon which lets you display all the different turning volumes for the different stages. And here, for example, I want to show you the background traffic what you have here. And especially here now also the Best Buy trips. In our case, you can really see here the -7 and the 7. So it's really according to the ITE trip generation manual. The last module I want to show you is the turning movement module. This module just combines all the different turning movements what we have here. For example, you can display it with none. Then we have the existing traffic. We have the background traffic. We have the site-generated traffic. we have the best by traffic, and you have your build traffic or post-development traffic. Here we have the volume display zoom in and zoom out. This shows you, for example, the turning movement volumes in a larger size or smaller size, and the set transparency. It makes the box behind the numbers a little bit more visible. This is especially important when you have a busy background. On the top right corner here, you can export all your results separately or all. Let's select all and just export them. So you have here trip generation, driver distribution, network distribution, turning movement volumes, and most importantly, now we have the import file to Synchro. Let's just export them. Let's go to our report, and you can see here all the different files. So we have here, the first one is the trip generation. You can see here it's just a project summary. You can put here all the information you like, what type of project is, what's the total built area, and so on. In your scenario here, we have all the information from our trip generation. So we have the land uses, the size, time period, what you used, and in the end here, we have a summary of all the information and all the trips before reduction with the multimodal adjustments if you have something, internal vehicle trips, external, and also person trips by other modes. This, for example, you can just export and import into your report for your traffic impact study. The next thing what we have is your turning movement report. Here are all the intersection displayed, the number of lanes, if they are shared, your percentage of growth or your growth factor, your existing traffic, your background traffic, your site-generated trips, for example here, your best by trips if you have. In our case, it was for intersection 4 and 5. Let's just go to 4 and 5, and you can see them here. And then you can also see your total build traffic or your post-development traffic. The other two reports I want to show you are the driver distribution summary and the network distribution summary. And here it's really just a summary of the different drivers we have. We had 2, and also the trips we have assigned to these driveways. And then for the network distribution summary, we have our site. For example, when you have more sites, like site 1 and site 2, we have the 5 routes what we have, and we have the assigned traffic to it. And in addition here, we have the best by trips and to which movements and how many best by trips we have. So for our Synchro export, let's just extract all this information and just extract the Synchro separately. And you can see here we have different files what you can import into Synchro. We have the background traffic volumes, we have the build or post development, we have existing, we have the redistributed background traffic, and we have the site generated traffic. I'm just copying the link that I can show you how easy it is to import it. So when you open the Synchro, you're just going here to transfer, open combined, and just open the link. And I'm using here the build or post development. And automatically your network with all the lanes, intersection controls, and most important, your corresponding turning movement volumes for all your intersections will be imported into the Synchro here. The last thing I wanted to show is when you are done with your BM scenario, you can just go here to your scenario and just copy this scenario here and just edit it and say this is your AM, and just change the required data. For example, all your trip distribution will be differently, and also if you have something else like your trip rates, your existing volumes, your route information you can update. But I think this will help you quite a lot to save time for sure. I hope this short presentation gave you an overview of all the new features we implemented to help you with your traffic impact studies. Thank you very much for listening. Goodbye.